हेलो नमस्कार वनक्कम। दिस पर्टिकुलर चैप्टर इज कॉल्ड ए पीक बियॉन्ड द पॉइंट और मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि इसके पहले दोनों वीडियोस जो कि हमने कुछ समय पहले किए थे उनको आपने देख लिया है, जिसमें कि हमने 3.1, 3.2 और 3.3 को कवर कर लिया है। इन दिस वीडियो वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी 3.4 विच इज अबाउट डेसिमल प्लेस वैल्यू। तो आपने देखा होगा कि जब भी हमको किसी भी चीज को ज्यादा एक्यूरेटली मेजर करना होता है तब हम उसको और भी छोटे छोटे भागों में डिवाइड कर लेते हैं 10 इक्वल पार्ट्स, बिकॉज 10 इज ऑलवेज इजियर टू रिलेट टू, राइट? सो वी डिवाइड ए यूनिट इनटू 1/10 विच इज 10 1/10। अगर एक यूनिट को करना है तो वी कैन ऑलवेज डिवाइड इट इनटू 10 1/10। ओके, और अगर उसको और भी छोटा करना हो तो हर 1/10 को we can divide it further into 10 units. Okay, so that will become 1/100, right? So we can divide it अगर हमको और भी ज्यादा किसी भी चीज को accurately measure करना हो। Okay, ये फंडा समझ में आ गया। Now let's look at, with the help of examples, can we not split a unit into 4 equal parts, 5 इक्वल पार्ट्स या 8 इक्वल पार्ट्स, या हमेशा ही 10 ही करना होता है? बिल्कुल नहीं, हम बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं। ऐसा नहीं है कि 10 के साथ ही करना है। 10 के साथ एक आसानी होती है क्योंकि वो एक राउंड फिगर होता है। इट बिकम्स इजी टू कैलकुलेट। अदरवाइज यू कैन मोस्ट डेफिनेटली डिवाइड समथिंग इनटू 4 इक्वल पार्ट्स, 5 इक्वल पार्ट्स, 6 इक्वल पार्ट्स, एटसेट्रा। ओके, so now here you are being given a scale, right? तो scale में we are being shown between 2 and 3। इसको 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 को 10 मार्क्स में किया है। तो at this point the pencil का जो length है it is 2.5 सेंटीमीटर और whatever. So this kind of a pencil, if you see कितना छुटकू पेंसिल है, तो ये भी इसके जितना ही छुटकू पेंसिल है, तो इसका लेंथ भी उतना ही होगा, यानी कि 2.5, right? So when the unit is split into 10 equal parts and then the unit is then split into 4 equal parts. अब यहां पे देखिए, it has been further split into 2 1/4, 2 2/4, 2 3/4 and this thing. So this space is more than this space because this is 1/10. This is 1/10, whereas this space is 1/4. If you wanted to in percentage terms, this is 10% space. This is 25% space. So this is bigger, greater than 1/10. But you can always divide it into 1/4. Like for example, I'll give you an example. आपके घर और स्कूल के बीच में let's say 3 चीजें आती हैं। पहली चीज, so if you are at, let's say, if this is your home, okay, this is your school, okay, on the route you will find 3 different spaces. Okay, this you will find a bus stop. Okay, you will find a bus stop, then you will find a hotel, and then you will find, let's say, a hospital. Okay, you will find a hospital. So this and this, all these are equidistant. They are of the same distance from each other. But you can also further divide it. You can also divide it between home and school, H and school. You can always divide it into 10 parts also, na? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10, right? So there could be a bike shop, right? A bike shop, a kirana shop, a supermarket. You can then look at the bus stop. Then you can look at the hotel, the hospital, the office, the police station, and then you can say a car showroom, right? So you can have different kind of things. So it all depends on how you measure it, right? So if an even more precise measure is required, each quarter can then be divided into 4 equal parts. So between this and this, between 2 and 2 1/4, even this can be further divided into 1/4, and that will become 1/16. 4 ka 4 equal parts will become 1/16th of a unit. That is 16 such parts will make a unit. So here if you are seeing between 2 3/4 and 3 ke beech mein, you're further dividing it into 4 parts. So between ye wala jo space hai, between this and this is 1/16th of this entire length. Is this clear? So the question is why you split it into 10 parts each time? Because 10 plays a special role in the Indian entire value system. So easy रहता है, round figure होता है, इसीलिए it becomes that much easier to talk in terms of 1 by 100, 1 by 10, 1 by 100, 1 by 1000, etc. Right? So here what we see is that when you divide 10,000 by 10, you get 1000. 1000 divided by 10, you get 100. 100 divided by 10, you get 10. 10 divided by 10, you get 1. And then you multiply it by 10, you get 10. Multiplied by 10, you get 100. Multiplied by 10, you get 1000. Multiplied by 10, you get 10,000. So it just is a little more easy to relate to. In order to extend the system of writing numbers to quantities smaller than 1, we divide 1 into 10 equal parts. What does it give? It gives 1/10. 1/10 को और 10 parts में divide करेंगे, that will give us 1/100 of the entire thing. 1 by 10, and that one small unit will be 1/100 of the entire thing, right? So that is what you need to remember, and it becomes a little easier to relate to as well. Okay. Now, then the question that comes is, can we extend this further? Now, if you see, we can always extend it 1 lakh, 10 lakh, 1 crore. You can keep extending it by multiplying it by 10 or dividing it by 10. What will be the fraction? 1 by 100. If what will the fraction be when 1 by 100 is split into 10 equal parts? It will become 1 by 1000. अगर 1 by 100 को और 10 से split किया, that means you will add one more zero here, so it will become 1000th unit, right? 1000 में again, if you divide it further, it will become 1/10,000 of the unit. So what is now becoming is, here between 6 by 10 and 7 by 10, then when you make it another 10 units, it is becoming 60 by 100 and 70 by 100. And this between 66 and 67, you have further divided it into 10 units. Now what you do is to further divide it, that is 661, okay, and 670 के बीच में you further divide it, then it becomes 660 by 100 and 670 by 100. So you are making even more smaller units. So just as we extend to the left of 10,000, we get bigger place values at each step. Then we can also extend to the right of 1 by 1000, getting smaller places. So it depends on which direction you are going to, right? So if you look at this particular table, you are seeing this is 1 lakh, this is 10,000. 10,000 multiplied by 10 gives you 1 lakh. Divided by 10 gets you back to 10,000. उसी तरह से, so everything is multiplied by 10, then it kind of keeps on increasing. When you divide it by 10, it keeps decreasing, and you're coming down to 1 by 10, 1 by 100, 1 by 1000. So 1 by 1000 may, if you multiply it by 10, you get 1 by 100. You just remember it's almost like, you know, the BC and AD when you're talking about before Christ and after Christ, right? So we are talking about 1 se lekar, if you multiply it by 10, 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, 1 lakh. But if you divide it by 10, it becomes 1 by 10, 1 by 100, 1 by 1000, 1 by 10,000. 1 by 10,000 is smaller than 1 by 10. Okay, is smaller than 1 by 100. 1 by 1000 is smaller than 1 by 100. So you just need to remember this and not get confused. Okay, so this way of writing the numbers is called the decimal system, since it is based on the number 10, because 10 decimal, decim, which means 10 in Latin. 10 को 10 भी बोलते हैं हिंदी में, दशा बोलते हैं संस्कृत में. So it is pretty similar to Latin and Sanskrit and Hindi, right? Okay, now let's look at this. We can ask similar questions about fractional parts. How many thousands make 1 unit? So I've solved this so that it becomes easy for me to explain to you. Now, first understand the word thousand. You know, how many thousands make 1 unit? So thousand ka meaning samajh lo. A thousand means one part out of 1000 equal parts of one whole number. Okay, that is एक whole number का one, which is one number. Usko we have divided it into 1000 parts. So each part is 1 by 1000. Is it understood? So in decimal numbers, it will become 0.001, right? So then obviously, how many will make 1 unit? So if 1000 equals 0.001, that means 1000 thousands make 1 unit. Okay, because it is 1 by 1000. The second question is, how many thousands make 1/10? Okay, so 1/10 is how much? 1/10. In decimal form, it is 0.1. 1000 is 0.001. So 100 thousands will essentially mean make 1/10. So 1/10 बनाने के लिए you will need 100 thousands. Okay, it will be 100 into 1 by thousands. Okay, so 100 kata, so 1/10. This is another way of cross checking it also. Okay, see how many thousands make 100. So 100 is equal to this, 1000 equal to this, so that means 10 thousands make 100. Okay, how many thousands make 100? The fourth one, how many tenths make 1/10? Which is 1/10 is 0.1. 1/10 is obviously 10, which means 100 tenths make 1/10. Okay. How many hundreds make 1/10? Now, understand this, and I'm explaining this in a little more detail. Okay. Step wise, ताकि इसमें confusion ना हो. 100 means this much in decimal form. 1/10 is this much. Okay. So we need to see कि कितना होता है in order to make 1/10. So which means 1000 hundreds equals 1/10. How do you make this? So it is 100 is this, 1/10 is this. So you form the equation and then you divide. So dividing by 0.01, dividing by 0.01 of 100 is the same as multiplying by 100. So which means 1000 hundreds will make 1/10. 100s will have 100 hundreds would have made 1, right? So here we are talking about 10. So that is 100 hundreds equals 1/10. That is 0.01 into 100 equals 1. So when we are talking about 10 units, it means 100 into 10, which is 1000 hundreds make 1/10. Is this clear? Now, let's move to notation, writing, and reading of numbers. We have been writing numbers in a particular way, say 4, 5, 6. Instead of writing it as 4, 5, 6, you can always write it as 4 into 100, that is 400. 56 is 5 into 10, and 6 into 1. 456 go. We can always write it as 4 into 100, 5 into 10, plus 6 into 1, right? So we can skip writing the tens and hundreds. So we can also write 4, 2 by 100 can be written, written as 42, skipping the 1/10 in 2 into 10. If yes, how would we know if 42 means 4 tenths and 2 units, or does it mean 4 units and 2 tenths, right? Similarly, 705 would mean 7 hundreds, 0 tenths and 5 ones. So 700 plus 0 plus 5. 7 tenths plus 0 units plus 5 will mean 70 tenths. Okay, 7 into 10. Okay, 70. 0 units is 0. 5 tenths is 5 by 10. 7 units and 10, 0 units and 5 hundreds is 5, 0 by 10 and 5 by 100. तो इसका हुआ क्या? So since these are different quantities, each one का value अलग है. So how do you kind of decide that? And that's where the decimal point comes. So 7 hundreds plus 5 1. So 7 plus 0 plus 700 plus 0 plus 5. So this becomes 705. Whereas 7 tenths, so you're talking about only 7 tenths. 7 tenths and 5 tenths. Okay, that is 5 by 100 and 0. So this becomes 70.5. 7 units means only 7 units. 500, that is 5 by 100, that is 0.05 and 0. So this becomes 7.05. So how to convert these fractions into decimals is something आपको practice करना पड़ेगा, ताकि आपका confusion ना हो कि point के बाद कितना zero लगाना पड़ेगा. Okay. So here how we are seeing 705 means there are 700, 0 into 10 and 5 into 1. 70.5 का क्या मतलब हुआ? There are no hundreds. 7 into 10 which gives us 70, 0 into 1 and 5 into 1.0, right? So that becomes 5 by 10, 5 by 10, right? So that is becoming 0.5 out here, and that is what is being added to 70. 7.05 is no hundreds, no tens, so only 1. So 7 into 1 and 0 into 1 by 10. So 5 into 1 by 10, 5 into 5 by 100, right? That's coming to 7.05. So here what you do is that if this is 1, okay, this is 10, this would be 100, this would be 1000. Here it is 1 by 10, 1 by 100, 1 by 1000, 1 by 10,000, and so on. Okay. Okay. So thus decimal notation is a natural extension of the Indian place value system to numbers also having fractional parts. So just as 705 means 7 into 100 plus 5 into 1, the number 70.5 means 7 into 10. तो ये तो हो गया 70, 70. 0.5 के लिए that means it will be 5 into 1 by 10, right? And 7.05, 7 into 1 and 5 into 1 by 100. We have seen how to write numbers and using the decimal point, but how do we read and say these numbers? इसको पढ़ने के लिए कैसे होता है? We generally saying 0.205. That's how we don't say 0.205. We don't say that. So 705, we read it as 705. 70.5. That's how you say it. 70.5 or short for 70 and 5 tenths. 7.05. That's how you read this particular decimal system. 0.274 is read as 0.274, but in general parlance, we say 0.274, right? We don't say 0.274. 0274. That's how 0.274 is the way you say it. This 0 is not required, but in your class at class 7 level, you can say 0.274. Otherwise, even if you say 0.274, that will be perfectly all right. Usme koi problem nahi rahegi. Now, here you need to make a place value, similar to the one above. Write each quantity in decimal form, and in terms of place value, and read the number. 2 ones, 3 tens, and 5 hundreds. Okay, I will open it on this page so that it's easier to this thing. Okay. So pehla wala hai, I will open it on this book. The first one is 2 ones, 3 tens, and 5 hundreds, right? So the first one, how would you make it? It will be 2 ones plus 3 10 plus 5 by 100, right? तो इसमें ones कितने हैं? 2. Tens कितने हैं? 3 into 1 by 10 and 5 into 1 by 100. So how would you write it in words? 2.335. Okay, so 2.35. This is how you will write it. Let's go to B. I'll solve some of them. Some of them you can solve. Okay, 1 10 and 5 tens. So that means 1 10 means 10 and 5 tens means 5 by 10. So this will become 10.5. So there are 10 into 1 and 0 into 1 and 5 into 1 by 0. और इसको कैसे लिखेंगे? 10.5. C is 4 ones and 6 hundreds. So 4 ones and 6 hundreds. So that means there is no 10. So it will be 0 and 6 by 100. So this will become 4.06. 4.06. D. 100, 1, 1 and 100. 100, 1, 1 and 100. So it is 100 plus 10 में नहीं है 0, वही मिस्टेक हो जाएगा, प्लस 1 प्लस 0 प्लस 1 by 100. तो जहां जहां पर मिसिंग है, you need to put a 0 because here there is nothing on 10, there is nothing on 1 by 10. So this will become 100 plus 1 101.01. 1 by 100 will be 01. So 101.01. E. 8 by 100 and 9 by 100. So 9 by 10. So it is 9/10, उसका वैल्यू ज्यादा है, plus 8/100, which will become 0.98, है ना? This will become 0.9 and this will become 0.08. So 0.9 plus 0.08. So it will become 0.98. F. 5/100. 5/100 is simple. 5/100 is 0.05. Okay. Then uske baad next one is last wala you will do. I am going to just leave it at that. I want to leave the tough one for you so that you spend some time practicing it. Okay, the next one is G, 1/10. 1/10 is simple, 0.1. The last one is your practice sum. I want you to do that. Okay, and write it in the comment section. Now, in the chapter on large numbers that we did, usme we learned how to write 23 hundreds. That is 23 into 100. That is 2000 plus 300 equals 2300. So 2300 में क्या हुआ? 2000s, 300s, okay, 300s, 0 tens and 0 units. Otherwise, you can also write it as 23 hundreds. So there are two ways. इसके दो तरीके हैं लिखने के. Okay, so that is something which we know. Similarly, how can we write 234 tens in decimal form? So 234 tens is 234 divided by 10. That is 200 plus 30 plus 4/10, right? So 200 by 10 because isko tens mein karna hai. So 30/10 and 40/10. So 20 by plus 3 plus 4/10. So it will become 23.4. Okay. So here it is means what? 20 tens, 3 units and 4 tens, 1/10. Okay. So write these quantities in decimal form. 234 hundreds and 105 tens. Okay, यहाँ पे कर लेते हैं. तो इसका कौन सा है? 234 hundreds. Okay, so 234 hundreds means 234 by 100 equals 200 by 100 plus 30 by 100 plus 4 by 100, which equals, ये कितना हो गया? 2, ये हो जाएगा 3/10, ये हो जाएगा 4/100. Okay, so this will become 2.34. Okay, the next one is 105 tens. 105 tens. So 105 tens is 105/100, which will mean 100/10 plus 0, because there is no tens. Okay, there is no tens. There is no there's no this thing 10 and 5/10. Okay, because यहाँ पे 10th में, ये 100 में है, ये 10th में है, ये यूनिट में है. तो इसका हो जाएगा 10, इसका हो जाएगा 0 और इसका हो जाएगा 0.5. So it will become 10.5. Okay, I hope this is clear. This has helped. So 3.4 we have finished. Next we will be going to the units of measurement, which is unit number 3.5. That I will do in the next video. मिलते हैं तब तक. Share the video, and if you are looking for question banks, the Oswald question bank is what I would recommend for maths, for science, English and Hindi in particular, because उसमें grammar portion है, also for social science and Sanskrit. Please take a look at it. Link is in the description box for how to buy it, where to buy it. Tata, bye bye, namaskar.